I'm okay, how are you? How do I sound, by the way? And if I turn it up a little bit? Okay, good, good. Because whenever I listen it back to it on the actual stream, it always sounds a bit rubbish to me. Okay, good. As long as I'm not too loud or anything like that. Because I'm pretty loud in my ear, and I think it throws it off slightly. Gonna be going live again with more indie. So Morse is being kept by his work a little bit. So he's got me on Jaeger duties, which is fine. He's gonna have a bit of a full brain today. Oof. Nice. Jesus Christ, dude. And I thought I was generous with my shit. Okay, that's fair. And I've been basically working like a dog. I set out this weekend with a mission statement. Make you guys cry. Oh, not with that. I mean, with that too, but... Hi, howdy howdy. How are you, Tamara? Right, I better actually get everything configured, because, I need to revisit the, layout that we use, because why must everything in life be so hard? Like, even the tiniest things. It's like, it's not like Dark Souls hard, like, cause like that's at least like you get it. It's more like, imagine if if they told you Dark Souls was hard and so you come expecting like a challenging video game, but instead it's hard in the sense that like every time you want to open the menu you have to do a Sudoku puzzle before it lets you. It's like obtusely difficult, not rewardingly difficult. The things, like the dumbest things are the most complicated and obnoxious. All I want is a few different video feeds to be able to live stream without shit like, look, right now, you're resizing constantly as, because, a immutable law of, video output is that, the, appearance of quality must always remain for the sake of the customer or whatever. I was reading up about this, actually, it's why. So, Skype will adjust the quality based on bandwidth, and and it causes OBS to constantly resize the video. They all do the same thing. Because it's all goes back to the sort of original immutable thing, which is, never ever let the customer think that this isn't 10 out of 10, or something like that. Basically, the whole and the constraining boundary thing I looked up does work, but when I crop you guys to fit the portraits I designed for you, I think that's what causes, because all of a sudden the box doesn't fully fit the frame. So what I may have to do is revise the layout. But hopefully this becomes minimally painful tonight. Thank you. Alright, let's turn on Skotinos' character portrait, just so... Oh, perfect timing. Hey, Amalia, welcome, welcome. Basically, so the goal today for me was to make you guys feel how Disney's Hercules felt when he fought the Hydra. Yeah, basically. Rebecca said she'll be home soon, so just message me about that. I just turn her. Okay, that works now. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, maybe for next session what I'll do is try to... So I need to figure out exactly what the ratio that... what ratio 1920 by 1080p is, because I think that's the same... It's like the standard ratio for any web page. What? Oh, 14 by 10. I may try to create a new stream layout that is 14 by 10. So that hopefully the whole constraint to boundary size thing works. Also, I am without my good headphones today, because my brother is isolating, because he tested positive, and they're his. That's okay. It is what it is. I don't intend to. I'll spare you the TED Talk on why I loathe Spider-Man. In short, it is... Yeah. The nutshell version is, why would I want to fantasize about being a loser in high school? I was a loser in high school. Oh yeah, I read the papers today. Well, I can't go home to see my parents anymore. We're not locked down or anything, but we're just waiting for it to happen. I'm sure Italy's gonna close the borders any second now, because England is a petri dish at the moment, and I'd rather not kill my parents, so I'm making that executive decision. Violet, are you going to be camera off? It's fine, I just need to know so I can turn on your portrait. Okay. Yeah? I'm surprised we can afford it given the small Argos catalog I've commissioned from her over the months. It was hyperbole humor about how many I've got from her, because we're getting Eudokias, Eslins, Jysons, Reyes.
few seconds.
Okay, I have been drawing from actual Greek myth with inspiration for this campaign, but Oedipus, I admit, was not on the list, so we could keep that to a minimum. I'm kidding. Do they know that about you yet? Hey. Oh yeah, I guess that's up to Xanthia. How much would she have shared? Oh, right, let me turn off Bithynia's camera. I was in her portrait, sorry, not her camera. I keep saying that. Cool, we'll begin in just a second. I'm just gonna make some last second adjustments. If Scotty's gonna be that way, as in he's in portrait mode, then what I'm gonna do then is transform, edit transform, reset. Scale to inner bounds. Okay, I'm gonna test this theory. So right now I can, because there is no Scotino's camera, I can afford to have Tamara's camera uncropped, and Tamara's one in particular has a lot of the resizing bandwidth, I think because of the distance that it has to send the feed. It still fits within the portrait because Scottinos' image is hiding the rest of your frame. So I'm curious to see if that if I'm right in that I just can't have it cropped. Because if I know that that's the case, then I can work with that, basically. Might mean your lovely faces are a little bit smaller on the screen, but I will take care of it. It's not so much your camera. I think it's to do with the internet. If the signal isn't as strong, that's when all the adjustment was, and that's when Skype tries to do all the compensating to preserve the video feed. And I'm guessing, you know, you're in a city probably sharing in the same place as a lot of other people's Wi-Fi's simultaneously, as well as having to send it across a major distance. I'm not certain. But by no means is it to single you out if. Cool. In that case, I'm going to transition to the general screen. Are we live? Hello, how are we?
Ooh, don't forget to unmute yourself.
Just quickly do the same thing I said I'd do to reset and then Kelton around close. Hello and welcome. How are we all this evening? If you're in the chat, do sound off. We love to hear it. Hello and welcome, I guess. Let's get straight into it. Just as a quick note ahead of time, Skotinos or Morse will be with us. Eventually, he is just being constrained by by external delays, and we do have Amalia with us. She is just audio only this evening due to circumstances. But, hello, welcome. The DC30 and a Mythic Odyssey of Theros. D&D with an ancient Greek twist. I am your Dungeon Master Romeo, and I'm joined as ever by the human barbarian Bacchios, played by Ali. Virla as Hilira, the human cleric. Rebecca as Bithynia, the human warlock. Violet as Amalia, the Leonin fighter. And Xanthia, played by Tamara, the Triton Paladin. How are we all this evening?
Good.
Ready. We're ready. We've been on tenterhooks for a week waiting for a fight.
Yeah.
And as
a week, dude. As if Omicron
and
wasn't
as
bad
the
enough,
world
we've got to do this
reels
as well.
from a looming, impending, multifaceted threat, our players face their own looming, multifaceted threat, as in a rush to return to Tethmos and seek assistance in tracking down Baragone, father of Amalia and betrayer of the Duskcrawler Pride. You are lit near a moonlit pond in order to take a moment's rest, and unfortunately discovered that a fearsome, titanic-sized iron-scale hydra had been using this pond to lure unsuspecting prey. And as this monster reared its 5 fearsome heads in unison, and you've heard roars once, you've heard plenty of roars in your life, guys, but you've never heard 5 identical chorused roars in unison. And as this beast rings out through the night, I will need everyone to roll initiative. We're going to transition to the battle king. And I'll get some battle music going.
Let's go.
Oop, let me just get this cable out of the way. Okay, there we go. Oh, Rebecca, fun new feature. If you click on your token and then click on Couplet, as in Plummet's token, I believe is that Plummet or is that a Pegasus, regular Pegasus, because they're 2 different tokens now, because I created both Couplet and Plummet for you as tokens that you own. So you should be able to just drag them in of your own accord as well. Okay, I think Yeah, so that is plummet. But if you click on yourself, if you click on both of you to simultaneously, like if you highlight the 2 tokens, and then you right-click, whilst both are selected, right-click on plummet, you will see a little horsey icon, and you will mount up.
Okay. Ah, that was
Point
cool.
of order. Bakios, you're not actually there. So it is Skotinos and Xanthia who are right by the pond. Everybody else is several...
Oh, shit.
So you're 80 feet backwards, so we will factor that in.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
let's just quickly begin a new thing of initiative. Let me just remove combatant. Alright, I'll quickly roll for the Iron Scale Hydra, and then we'll be good to go. I'm gonna use my bronze dice for this.
Oh,
A little bit,
You
yeah.
are loving this, aren't you? You are so happy right now.
Oh, God. Can I just note that I'm so not ready?
Okay, so
like
25 to
mentally.
20. Oh wait, I need to roll for Scoti.
No, wait.
I need to roll for Skotinos as well.
Ah,
Oh, that is an 11. Okay.
I rolled a 19.
So 19 total
I
for
have
both
19
of you?
as well. Yeah, I had a
Oh.
net 20 minus
Okay,
1.
I'm pretty sure Bithynia's dexterity isn't a negative modifier, so I'm going to say, yeah, so I'm going to put Bithynia then, for simplicity's sake, at initiative count 20, and Xanthia at 19.
I got
Okay,
20.
what's your dexterity, Bakios?
Roll with a...
Okay, in that case, you're going to be
plus 3.
20.1. It's the only way to sort of have the
Nice.
program make those distinctions.
Yeah.
Collections, my campaigns. Sorry, 1 second. Let's go to see the Theros. So Scotty rolled an 11 with his dexterity modifier, I think, or his initiative is like plus, what is it again? 3, so that is 14 for Scotty. I'm just getting him out of the way. 15 to 10?
Ooh.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Still, that is amazing. Like, that is... That a 2 becomes a 10. 10 to 5?
That's true.
5 to 1, Amalia, would you roll? Total Jesus.
Oh, no.
You guys have
Yeah, like, I
initiative
don't know
like
what
I
it is
do.
about Amalia's initiative, but I don't know that
Normally.
I've ever seen her roll good initiative.
I only roll good initiative because I've got advantage on it. That's the thing.
Okay.
I never have bad initiative. Oh.
A +2, so I rolled a 2
Okay,
plus a 2
so-
is a 4.
Top
Oh
of the
my
initiative
God.
order,
God.
Bakios.
Right. So, can I even
Oh,
see
yeah,
this
you
thing
can
from
see this
80 feet
thing.
back? Can I?
So there is...
Oh, good.
I'll say
Good,
that
okay.
the moon is out, so there is just enough light to be considered dim light. So you're not completely blind, and you saw something with 5 heads rise up out of the water and tower about as much as a building would over Xanthia and Skotinos.
How big is this thing? How tall is this thing?
A solid 50 feet tall.
See, normally every other foe that I've ever faced, I would be charging in, axe swinging. I'm gonna advance my full 40 feet of
Okay,
movement closer towards
that
this
would-
thing.
That would get you just
where would that
so
get
where
me?
the end of that ruler I just measured is. Yep.
Right there. Good. Okay. I'm gonna hold my action. The first time I think I've ever done anything tactical. If anything comes anywhere close to me, I'm gonna be
Okay.
holding my action ready to swing this.
Anything
fucker.
else? All right. Bithynia, it is your
not
turn.
yet.
Oh, I'm ready. Okay. Okay, so I would like to so many spells. Which one should we do? I'm going to start with
Okay.
Hex.
Which ability score would you like to hex?
Ooh, maybe strength.
Okay, good to know. So it has disadvantage on strength checks.
I don't know anything unless anyone else has a recommendation which strength works.
Chances are this thing's going to be a strong ass motherfucker. So yeah, let's make it disadvantage on. That's good.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Okay. And then something tells me, I don't know, like part of my brain says, let's do a tiny hut and just sleep.
Tiny hut takes
Pretend
10
we're not
minutes to
here,
cast.
But... Damn it.
60 rounds of combat.
Okay, so I'm going. I have so many cool spells. Ah! Okay, so I have a question on this. So I have Mind Spike, but it has like 5 heads.
You don't
Does
know.
that work?
What an answer! What an answer!
Oh, okay.
Or I'll tell you what. Make a nature
Okay,
check.
I will. Okay. $13 total.
Not it wouldn't be enough to glean an insight on whether there would be a change to the effectiveness of that sort of thing.
Mm. Okay, I will. So many. I don't know. I never had the ability to go first. I don't have all these spells available. Dang.
Go for it.
Oh, actually, to help
do it.
simplify
Enjoy it.
this
Enjoy.
slightly, because you cast a spell on your bonus action, you can only use a cantrip. I forgot, that I should have reminded you that immediately. That was my misremembering. That's my bad. But you could only cast a cantrip as your action. Rules as written, if you are able to use your bonus action for another, it can only ever be a cantrip. Can't cast 2 spells in the same turn.
All right, we'll do Eldritch Blast.
Sorry to
Yes, Eldritch Blast it is.
cut your wing or clip your wings, but
That's reading.
next turn you'll get to cut loose. All right, but
Yep.
so go ahead and make your two attack rolls. That definitely
First one is a
hits.
27. And the second one is a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately. You begin to get the sense of where this thing gets its name from as the Eldritch Blast just ricochets off of its iron scales.
11 plus. Hold on one second. I'm going to tell you the damage here in a moment. Well, I hit it for 16 points of damage.
Good to know. Sorry, 1 second. I think my oh, there we go. My video feed cut it out. 16, you
back.
say?
Total.
Oh, the definitely blast a few scales off, and absolutely get the sense that this thing is not invulnerable.
Okay. I'm going to end my turn.
Okie dokie. Xanthia, it is your turn.
Okay. So Xanthia, as a Triton, can communicate with beasts that can breathe water. So for my action, I would just like to send like a simple idea to it that just communicates something like stand down or
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know, don't come nearer. And then for my bonus action, I would cast Shield of Faith on Scotty, who's right up with me in this whole mess. And I don't want to see him get hurt because I kind of provoked that thing, more or less.
You cast Shield of Faith on Scotty, and then you bellow out in a sort of primal series of clicks and other aquan primordial sounds that don't find purchase because an iron scale hydra can't breathe underwater. It can hold its breath for quite a long time. It has a can hold its breath for an hour, but it can't breathe underwater, so it has no effect.
Dang it.
It was a really good idea.
Nice idea.
Can a regular hydra breathe underwater? Ah.
Yes. It can.
I should remember that, make some sort of distinction. I guess iron scales are more terra-based than actually aquatic. But on Scotty's turn, now Morse's instructions, I believe, were dash backwards and then cast a blood spell. Let me just double check that. My first turn I likely take disengage action to get the fuck back 45 feet, then spend 2 sorcery points to throw a blood spell. Okay, fine. He'll do that. Let me just put my camera back. So, Scotty will take the disengage action and will travel back 5, 10, 15. Use a mirthful leap to get onto this ridge. 45. And then he will bonus action spend 2 sorcery points. Let me just mark those off. And he will cast... Let's go for... yeah, let's go for hemorrhage. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw against the spell save DC 16. 17. So unfortunately, it does not have its blood thinned and make it take more damage whenever you deal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. But it still takes half of 4d8 necrotic damage. Ah, screw it, I'm just gonna roll in D&D Beyond. So it takes 10 points of necrotic damage as you, Scotty sort of clenches his hand and this thing coughs up this green, acrid-looking blood. Okay, and that will end Scotty's turn. On the Hydra's turn, it is going to do a multi-attack. So, first attack against Xanthia. Does a 28 hit Xanthia? I'm gonna take that as a yes. I wasn't looking at my camera, so I don't know if you nodded. So, Xanthia, you take 16 points of piercing damage. Second attack against Xanthia. Oh, 15 to hit. So,
Does not hit.
the first one manages to chomp down on your bicep, and you feel a massive fang just pierce your bicep. You're ready. You got in your free hand, you've got your trident ready, and you manage to bat this, the second head just bang on the nose, and this thing recoils back. Now it's pissed off, so it's going to make its third attack against you. 18 to hit?
Yeah, checks out. Does not hit.
Sorry, I added the wrong modifier. Okie dokie. Sorry, just doing some... 22 to hit. Sorry, I need to remember what the original roll was. Okay.
Yep. That hits.
I was looking at its damage modifier, not its to hit modifier. You take another 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah? Yes, you can.
Can I react to that? Then I would like to use the cool feature of my fancy new armor, where I can take creature. Wait, when I take damage from a creature that is within 5 feet of me, I can use my reaction to deal 1d6 cold damage.
Okay, absolutely. You guys watch as her armor, which is adorned with symbols of storm and tempest and squall, just the runes on it all glow a sort of pale aquamarine blue at the same time, and a frigid mist erupts out of it, and you see this thing's snout freeze up, and it recoils as it... go ahead and roll the d6. Nice.
Oh, that's a 6.
Cool. That
Yeah.
pissed it off, so
Nice.
it's going to take its last 2 attacks against you as well. Yeah,
Hold
that's
on,
5
that thing
heads.
has 5 attacks. Oh god.
You only have
Can I
one
react to
reaction.
every attack that it takes against
21
me?
to hit?
Ah. Yeah, that just hits.
Rolled really shitty on the damage. You take 11 points of piercing damage. And final attack,
Sure.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that still hits.
I just realized I've been rolling the wrong dice. So I'm going to re-roll that one, but the other ones still count. It's d10s, not d8s.
Cool. No problem.
That's, yeah, another... Man, what is with me? What is with you in 16s? Another 16 points of piercing damage. So you guys watch
cool, no
as
problem.
Scotty yeets the fuck out of existence, and then this thing turns all 5 of its heads and just descends, tearing and ripping into Xanthia's flesh. All of a sudden, each one of this thing's mouths, or all but one of them, is like sort of frothing with Triton blood, and Xanthia just stands there, breathing heavily.
That did not go as planned.
That'll end its turn. Hilira, it's your turn. Oh, I don't know why Hilira's camera was like that, so...
Okay.
Sorry, your portrait was on, I just turned it off. What to keep track of.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna move next to Butch, my mate, my friend. You know, the one I trust in life.
mate.
I will, for my action, pat him on the shoulder and say, "Go get him, Tiger!" And I will use my Channel
All
of
right.
Divinity safe passage. So you will teleport 30 feet that way towards the
30 feet where
my
exactly? Which,
somewhere.
Because you got some options in that respect.
Let's see. I can teleport someone I can see within 30 feet of me. Oh no! You know what? I'm gonna do something else.
Okay.
No, I don't think I can do that. Cause how far is Xanthia from me right now?
Xanthia is... So you're 80 feet back still.
But I moved 40 feet forward, so that
Did
would
you?
mean 40. Yeah, I moved next to Butch.
Sorry, I didn't see you do that. That's.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so she would be 40 feet away from you. I'll remind you, you can do something now that you couldn't before.
Yeah, can I you'll have to help me with this. Yes, as a bonus action, I can dash.
Because
So
you're
I
a
will
cleric of the
dash.
travel domain. That is exactly right.
Okay, great. I will dash 10 feet forward. Let's make it 15.
Okay.
I don't know why I want to be in the danger zone. And then I will look at Xanthia and go, "You look bad!" And I'll teleport her 60 feet back.
Okay, Xanthia, you watch as Hilira just flicks her hands at you, and then a little like vortex opens up beneath your feet, and you just disappear out of existence. And then 60 feet backwards, like you like pop up and then just stand there, and you're like, "What?"
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, it's more like, "I didn't know you could do that," because you are now like 60 feet back.
Yeah, so that's all I can do.
Okay.
I'm happy with this.
Very well. Amalia, it is your turn. So let me just make... Xanthia, if you want to go ahead and... So I'll put you here, just so you know, so people don't keep disappearing off the map and maybe can't see things.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just going to pop her there, and we'll just remember that you're 60 feet back. Alright, Amalia, it is your turn.
Okay, 45 feet forward.
Okay, that brings you to 35 feet away from this thing.
Oh my the fucking god.
One thing back.
Jeez. Okay, and then I will put an echo here.
Okay. By the way, I gave you ownership over echoes, so you can actually put them in the game as well now.
How the hell do I do that?
If you go into the tab that says Actors,
Where is that tab? That
on
says
the right side,
the right side. Okay,
Actors Directory.
1 second.
And if you go into the tab called Spells and Effects,
Spells and effects. Oh, hi, Echo. But how do I bring it out?
you click and drag.
Click and drag. Okay. Alright, 1 second, people.
Would you like me to do it?
Yes, please. 1 minute, actually, 1 minute. I think I've got it. No, I don't got it.
Okay.
I got it.
So here,
Yes, please.
okay.
And then I will hold an axe position until it comes at me. That is it.
Very good. Can I just make a note of something? So, Bithynia, how much damage did you do total with your Eldritch Blast hit? Again, remind me. Oh wait, no, I've been tracking it here. Sorry, I can track it here.
60.
I think it was like, yeah.
Okay, so between everybody, it's taken. Okay, cool. A single. Okay. Pardon me. So is that in the end of your turn, Amalia?
Yep, just holding my action.
Now here's an interesting point. If it takes D&D turn. When D&D says a turn, that means like one player's turn, right? It doesn't mean a round, because that would be okay. Never mind. Cool. Ignore me. So that would then bring us to the top of the initiative order, which is Bakios again.
Right. So while being pussyfooting in the back here, I've watched Xanthia take a hell amount of damage, and I've literally been studying with my thumb up my ass. The realization of both of these things makes me really pissed off, and I would like to rage.
Go for it.
Two things happened. I'm going to take on the aspect of the dragon, meaning that my skin hardens to plate-like scales, and I gain 20 temporary hit points. and resistance to fire damage. So hopefully this thing breathes a little bit of fire. I'm also going to roll my D8 to trigger my Wild Surge effect.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. 3. Number 3, an intangible spirit which looks like a pixie, my choice. So a little pixie appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again, summoning another spirit as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Okay. Do I have a pixie? We will use... Hang on, I do have a tab called Fae. Let's use a Dryad, why not?
Why not? Okay, so I'm going to also run forward 40 feet.
Just FYI, you're holding a torch in one hand right now, which is what's giving you light. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm dropping that thing, and I'm dropping that bitch, and I'm running forward. I don't care about light. I want to do some damage.
That's fine. I just need to, dim light, just need to turn that off, and bright light, turn that off. Update token. Oh, you can't see shit, can you?
No, I've got dark vision.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah, you do. Cool. So, what are you doing now? As in, you're gonna...
So, I'm now charging forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
And I'm going to make 2 swings against this bitch.
Go ahead and make an
right in its
attack roll.
face. Oh, yeah. Nice. I wish it was that cool, Bithynia. Oh, that is a 28 to hit.
28 definitely hits.
Yay! Okay, right, that is one of them plus 9. That's 19 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And my next attack is 22 to hit.
Sorry, you said 19 points of damage?
19 points of slashing damage.
22 definitely hits.
Yes, and another d12 plus 9. Oh, that is 16 points of slashing damage. Take out that bitch at the jaw.
Yeah, you do. You basically leap with otherworldly strength a full 20 feet into the air, and you bring the axe down as it sort of snakes out towards you, and you slice one of this thing's heads clean off, and it lands on the ground. And there's this writhing, one of this headless stumps is writhing now. Which, by the way, actually, forgot to mention. So for each attack that dealt slashing damage, you take... is there any other creature within 5 feet of it other than Barkios? No, just Barkios. So you take...
And the Fae that I've summoned.
Oh, the Fae's gonna die.
Nymph, yeah.
Just double check. Yeah, it was, 2d8. Need to... So you took 16 points of acid damage for both hits, as you basically, this thing sprays acidic blood that just coats you and just begins to eat into your flesh.
Oh. Well, it's eating into the scales at this point, because I've still got 4 temporary hit points up.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Anything else?
And at the end of my turn, then if the nymph is still up, that means that it's going to explode.
Oh, it's not up. I forgot to mention it would have taken that much. It's got what, a hit point? How much?
Yeah, I have no idea. You tell me, mate. It's not fair enough. If you think it's dead, it's dead.
I assume it wouldn't let you summon a challenge rating 1 creature as an offhand thing, so I'm gonna say it has 5 hit points.
Fair enough.
But does it say if it's still alive or if it dies it explodes anyway?
At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes.
Oh, I think it's a spirit, so it's incorporeal anyway. I don't know if it can take damage. I assumed it would have specified if it had hit points or anything like that, or if that mattered. So
Yeah, it does say the first 3 words, an intangible spirit.
Cool, yeah, my bad. So then, boom, it explodes and does 1d6, right?
Well, yeah, you need to succeed a dexterity saving throw,
Oh.
and I believe my DC is DC 8 plus proficiency.
rolled a
plus
7.
Constitution. Oh yeah, then yeah, you take a D6, which will be 5.
Nice.
5 force damage.
So you guys watch Bakos just decapitate one of these heads, and then pow! As like a little yeah.
I wish it could manifest confetti. That'd be amazing. Alright, that's my turn.
Bithynia, it is your turn.
Bithynia watching this up above is like, oh, summon Fate would be great, but I think we need to summon a greater demon.
Oh shit! What greater demon do you summon?
I would like to introduce the party to Baragone.
Okay. One moment.
I put a picture in Skype.
Oh, really? Doesn't have a Bulgura token ready? For fuck's sake. Okay. 2 seconds.
And this guy gives really good hugs.
Non-player character. Sorry, just quickly creating a Bulgura token. Prototype token, images, choose file, almost D&D stuff, tokens.
And would you like me to roll for initiative or just have it go right after me?
It rolls its own initiative. The spell should specify.
It does say that, but I didn't know
Of
for
course.
the sake of
Worth clarifying.
cohesion. I'm gonna roll
I believe
initiative.
The instability of it is part of the balance. It's a large creature, right?
I rolled a 9
Okay.
for its
it is a large creature, right?
initiative. Mm-hmm.
No
Large
problem.
fiend, demon,
Okay,
chaotic
token.
evil.
Where do you summon it?
I'm going to summon it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
right there works. That's fine.
I will add it to the initiative order. Said 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Update command. Cool. You guys watch as Bithynia just again sort of does this, traces a series of glyphs, almost Doctor Strange style, and then as the final point in this canvas of blue energy, she just does this zipping motion, and then a blue line appears in that spot that sort of opens up into like this sort of pendulum shaped almost like a pizza wedge shaped type of doorway, and on the other side you just see a blasted shadowy landscape.
Oosh.
And then stepping out of it, a massive vaguely humanoid but quadrupedal horned demon that just
He's here and he is ready to.
Very good. Anything else on your turn?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll Eldritch Blast because I still have Hex on there. So I did
Some
my one
greater
spell
demons
and
in
now I can Eldritch
action.
Blast.
You could not sorry.
Damn it.
You got movement.
I guess there's nothing else for me to do.
Okie dokie.
No,
Oh yeah, you're
I'm
fine on
staying
your.
here.
Pegasus. Xanthia, it is your turn. 60 feet
So
back.
how far away am I
60.
from
Sorry.
50 feet back? 60. Okay, I'd like to run
Okay.
up like 30 feet. So I'm a
Which
little
would
bit
bring
closer
you about to where you
everything.
are now appearing on the map.
Yeah, perfect. And then you would, if anyone was looking at Xanthia all the way back where she is, you guys would see her muttering something under her breath, and all of a sudden she disappears, and where she just stood there was like a cloud of fog, and the grass underneath looks like it's frozen just a little bit. And yeah, that's it for my
All right.
turn.
Yeah, as you sort of travel forward, you begin to sort of evaporate in front of them. And you take sort of a final leap and straight up morph into like this small concentrated squall that seems to and sort of like freeze the ground almost Dementor style as it travels along. As you use your Armor of the Hurricanes ability.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. I'm
Oh
still
yeah,
trying to
roll for
keep
that by the way,
concentration
because
on
you
that.
took like a bazillion damage.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, no. Concentration's
I was
lost
about to say,
anyway.
you would have had to, yeah,
Yeah, like 5 concentration checks.
unfortunate.
No. Ah,
Alright,
I
on
always forget
Scotinos'
about
turn.
that.
The hell just happened? View. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna do his wild magic surge? Do I wanna... I don't know, I'd feel bad if he got something really crappy. Let me just check one thing about the Hydra. Oh, perfect. He is going to use his new spell, Venom Lash, again. And the range is 15 feet. Okay, so he's going to 5, 10, 15... oh god. 15, he's going to do Mirthful Leap. 20, 25... Sort of that just about gets him within range. And he flexes his arm out, and he's, a sort of ghostly green energy, like a sort of solid venom green energy, erupts out of it. And then almost in the sort of, kind of like a Green Lantern construct almost, this massive serpent sprouts, like made of energy, sprouts out of his arm. And he will do, and this... and he will just do a bite attack against the Hydra. Melee spell attack, so that will... I'll just do a regular ass.
And that's for whom?
Sorry?
Who's doing the bite attack?
Scotty is doing the bite attack with the, astral, or as in, like, constructed, like, hard light serpent that he just sprouted from his arm. It's almost like one of his arms is a tentacle, but it's made out of energy. Unfortunately, he rolled a 16, which just misses, and just... Like, this thing's sort of like, ethereal fangs break off against the Iron Scale Hydra's armor. They immediately sort of, like, rematerialize, but Scotty's like, oh boy, this thing's tough. Alright. On the Hydra's turn, Bokios, you watch as that stump you just decapitated twitches. And then twitches again. 2 new heads sprout from that stump.
Oh, fuck you know.
It regains 10 hit points for each head grown this way.
Son of a bitch.
And is a little pissed off, to say the least, so it's going to do 6 multi-attacks against you. It was in 6.
Bring it, cunt.
I'm going to do all the to hits, and then I'm going to do all the damage together, just...
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
so
it.
20 to hit.
That hits.
So that's 1. 29 to hit.
That'll
24 to hit.
Hit.
14 to hit. Okay, so what are we at?
That
3?
misses.
Okay.
That's 4.
15 to hit.
4 strikes, 3 hits. That'll miss.
And 17 to hit. 17 to hit.
That'll miss.
How?
Yeah, I've got armor class of 18.
So
Tell me, dude. I've got
that's
armor
hide
that
armor.
You get, that I've
So
got armor class of I've got an armor class of 13, and I got proficiency with hide armor.
oh, dude, your unarmored bonus wouldn't
yeah,
count
it must
because
be
you're
that.
not wearing armor. Because you're wearing armor.
But no, I've got it.
I think that's a
and
fuck up on
Beyond is
D&D
giving me an
Beyond.
armor class of
Let me double
18.
check the rules for Barbarian. I'll open link in new tab.
But you know the DM really hates you when he's going to this length to see.
Listen, I have to build the
dispute on
challenge.
AC.
I have to build the challenge. It's not a 1-point dispute on AC. It's I think like a solid 5-point dispute on AC. Let me double check this. So I have to build the challenges around what I know your capabilities to be. Otherwise,
Yeah, fair enough.
So unarmored defense. When you are not wearing any armor, your armor class is equal to 10 plus your dexterity modifier and your constitution modifier. You are wearing hide armor, which is hide armor.
Yep.
Which
Light
negates
arm.
your unarmored defense
light armor.
bonus.
Yep.
So your actual armor class would be 13.
But But you add your dexterity modifier to that, so that's 13 plus. So it's actually 16.
No. So your dexterity bonus does bring it to 13. So hide armor is 10 instead of 8. Hide armor brings your base.
Fused chimeric hide armor class of 13.
Yep.
So plus 3 on top of that.
No. Hide armor. Where the hell is equipment?
Plus you have a +1 bonus to your AC
D&D
while wearing this
hide.
armor, so it makes sense.
D&D hide armor. Let's have a look.
Wait,
So hide armor has...
This isn't hide armor. This is fused chimeric hide.
Yeah, but
it's
the
not- so
base
it's-
type of armor is hide armor.
Yes. So the armor class is 13 plus my dex modifier plus the 1 plus AC that it says in the description.
Is hide armor 12? Okay, also, bear with me 1 second. Game rules. Because this is starting to mess me up on the inside. And just in terms of this should not be this hard to... Why is the source book so... Apologies to all our viewers. Yeah, see, this is real D&D right here. Finicking over.
Arguing over numbers and stats and numbers and numbers.
Okay, hide is 12 plus dex modifier, so that's 50. Okay, fine.
15 plus 1. Plus 1, it does say specifically
Okay,
in the description,
sure,
it's a plus
sure.
1 bonus, so 16.
My bad. It was... I think D&D Beyond is, like, uber fucking up on the calculation. Still, though. Okay,
Alright.
so... my bad. So, okay, so that was 4 out of 6 hits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Apologies for the slight delay. I will just do this here for expediency's sake.
Very true.
Okay, hang on. So that's 35 plus... 35 plus 24... 39... 59 points of piercing damage, which I guess is halved to...
Halved.
So... 39 would be 38, Good God, so... I said 30, I said 39 or 59? Okay, 59, so 6, 30,
59 halved.
28. You take 28 points of piercing damage as this thing just unleashes
Nice.
into you.
Oh, you motherfucker. I'm gonna enjoy wearing you as a hat.
Just roars back at you. Helira, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to move over next to Amalia's Echo, so I'm a little bit more in the fray. How are you looking, Clutch? Cool. I can't hear you because you're muted, but I think
do
you said you're
apologize.
fine.
I've got just shy of 90 hit points. I'm fine.
Okay, and I can't see Xanthia right now.
Nope. I'm pretty far behind still.
But
Think-
you're. I can see
Oh wait,
you,
I'm just
right?
15 feet away, I think.
How are you doing?
Not great,
Okay.
but also I don't know how mechanically it would work if you could target me with your healing spells while
It
I'm
doesn't
in a
say anything
fog
about
cloud.
That's why I was.
unless it says otherwise. The general rule is not to assume that anything else has changed about it. You're still a targetable creature.
Yeah, I think I just have advantage on like some saving throws.
Okay. Let me see my spells. I will turn around to Xanthia, because you're my focus today, and I will cast life transference on you, which gives you, when my computer loads, it will tell me. You heal 19 points.
19. Ooh, thank you.
Yes. And I take 19 points of damage.
No.
Yes. And then I use the spell. I will scream very loudly. We have to use fire to kill it.
Roll a history
Which
check
I will not.
before you straight shout that information out.
Well, fine. Don't betray me, Dad. Okay, I rolled a 2. I hate you.
So-
Why? So that
Straight to
would be a
dice
7.
jail.
So,
I only died
you know there's
seven.
something important that you should remember about Hydras, but you really weren't paying attention all that much in history class. So,
Well, we learned it from the lady, the professor person that we went to. I'm gonna need to find the name. I
tell you
don't
what, if you can
remember
remember her
I'm
name, I
trying to
will let
find
you
it,
remember
but
that particular detail.
Oh, her name is Clymera. She was the one
Oh, yeah.
that had the pets and stuff that called
You know
Bithynia
what?
Lady Bithynia.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I
I'll
remember
allow it.
things.
I will. I'd forgotten that she had divulged that particular bit of information, so I retract the requirement for the roll. Take
Okay,
note,
so I
players.
will
When you do
screen
good
that,
note taking, the
and
DM
then,
won't necessarily ask you for a roll for to know these information.
And then I will use cantrip Sacred Flame.
Yes, Dex save,
That
right?
is the spell. So it should be. Yes.
Natural 19.
Great. Well, that does absolutely nothing, I think. Or does it do half? It
does
doesn't
nothing,
say,
yeah,
so I'm gonna
Sacred
say it
Flame
does
is
nothing,
all in
and
all or
I'm
nothing.
upset.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Okay,
this
well,
thing
that's all I
is
do.
a powerfully magical creature, and the radiant energy doesn't even scratch its scales. It is the Balgura's turn.
Okay.
And the Belger is fighty and
Okay.
bitey and going to take flighty with a running leap because it has a long jump that can go 40 feet and
I
up
think
to
I
20
saw
feet
this
high, so
movie
it's
a
just
few
going
months
to
ago.
try. Well, this is the one that didn't have a suit
Hey,
budget.
I much prefer this to Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, this thing just and just is gonna just leap onto one of the
Yes.
Hydra's heads.
It's going to try to as it's like wrapping its King Kong arms around its neck, it's going to hope potentially bite into
Okay,
it.
okay. So go
What's
ahead
it
and make.
attack?
Is that an attack roll? 18
And it
does
rolled
hit.
an 18. Okay. And then 12 hit.
Alrighty.
Yeah. 12 damage.
Yeah.
It's just like
Pretty much. It basically
Arr.
just bites down with its teeth on one of the Hydra head's horns, and it rips the horn out of its I guess socket with its mouth.
It's just like Arr.
You said 10 points of damage,
Hydra.
right?
So what's for dinner? Ooh, I think
Possibly.
I-
I'm just
did I say 12?
clarifying. I do not recall. Sorry, a lot going on. Cool. We'll say 12. But by all means,
Note taker.
Okay, perfect.
It was 12.
Yeah. And then I believe that
Okay.
it's just gonna be hanging on for until
I'll allow it.
hanging on
It's
because
basically just
that's what it is.
weighing down one of its heads, and it's like pinning the head down, and the head is like.
With a horn.
Yeah, pretty
with
much.
the horn in its mouth, just like.
Amalia, it is your turn.
Okay, dokie. So.
Oh, sorry,
since
just
the
before you
heads
go,
have
Amalia, at the end
sprouted,
of the Balgora's
know,
turn, it has to make a charisma saving throw. And if it succeeds, you no longer have control of it. As per the, I had to double check that, but yeah, as per the wording of Summon Greater Demon, it gets to do that at the end of each of its turns. What is its charisma modifier? Yeah.
The Balgura?
Okay.
-1.
Well, it rolled an 8.
You want me to do that?
It
now?
rolled an 8.
Huh?
Yeah.
And it's a 9.
So yeah, it tries to resist against your will, but psychically speaking, you with your mind and dominate its will once more. Apologies. Yeah. Please continue,
You
Amalia.
will hold on.
Okay, Amalia will move here. Then the Echo will also move. Okay, who's the most damaged out of you guys? Okay. And I cannot see where you are on the map. Where are you on the map?
I'm behind you, like 30 feet behind.
Okay. The Echo then will move here, just in case something goes to attack you. The Echo will hold its action. And then where am I? I hate this map system. Ah! Okay, 1 second. So I've moved.
Oh, sorry, just
30
ahead of
feet so
time, real
far,
quick.
so-
I keep forgetting. So Scotty didn't do any damage. Xanthia, did you do damage to this thing? Okay.
Not in this round. Just in the beginning, the 6
And
points
within your
of
summon,
cold damage.
the Balgura and Bakyos, you did the decapitation thing. Cool. So the Balgura did bite attacks piercing damage, right? So the Balgura,
Correct.
as acid blood sprays on it, takes 13 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Cool, so
Okay. I will make a note of that because it starts. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
all good. At some point, I'll figure out a way to import the entire D&D bestiary
Is-
into this program, but until then...
You said.
Correct.
You said 13 points. Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Amalia, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm just gonna move my full 45 feet. And
Yes.
you see where the tail is?
Okay, go ahead and make
You will
2
slash
attacks.
the tail. Okay, where are my... There's my X. Okay. 1.
18 hits.
18? 2 hits? Yay! Okay, that's good. Okay, and then slashing damage for that one
Okay,
is
you
a
take
14.
11 points of acid damage as acidic blood sprays into your face.
That is
You said
fine.
18 points, right? Oh, 14. Okay.
Damage 14. Second attack 17,
17 just hits.
and then damage.
You take another 12 points of acid damage.
That is fine because it gets the damage of 15.
Okay, 1 second. Just need to check one quick thing. So you did how much damage total? So it was 14 and then 15?
Yes.
Okay. You lacerate this thing's skin again and again, and it more like a like sort of has like this primal roar that it roars from all 6 of its heads. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. Question: can I then switch places with my echo?
Did you? So let me just double check the bonus action nature. So you can command it to move as a free action. Is that right?
So I can basically control it, but I was wondering
Yeah.
if
So
I
as a
could
bonus
switch
action, you can
places with
teleport
it.
it.
So I've done that before.
Just double checking something. On your turn, you can mentally command the echo to move it in any direction. No, actually, okay, yes. So you haven't used your bonus action yet because I was just double checking that moving it wasn't a bonus action. But yes, you're fine. You can teleport using your echo again.
Okay, so I would like
Okay.
to switch places with me echo.
And the two of you vanish and replace each other. And all of a sudden, Xanthia, the real Amalia, standing right next to you.
Hi.
Lokios, it is your turn.
Hi.
Right. Quick question. On this terrain to my right-hand side, this water here, how much of a movement penalty will I get for moving through that?
So it was deep enough that this thing was able to hide inside of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're doing. Okay, cool. So what I would like to do instead is I'd like to move to the right around this thing, taking, I don't want to attach this thing on the head because, hey, every time I hit it in the head, not only do I get covered in acid damage, but there's more mouths. So I'd like to try and flank my way around this thing. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, skirting the big fuck off demon, 25, 30, 35, 35, 40. Can I squeeze in there?
Sure.
Yeah. And I want to take the. I want to hack at this thing's front leg twice with my axe. And also, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast another Fey as part of my Wild Surge, and do it on the other side, within 30 feet, or basically on the other side.
Okay, so you guys watch as wrong thing. That's Athenia's face summon, so we'll just use the Dryad again. You guys watch as Buckus goes some more, and then as he charges up, you just hear a, and then it just appears.
Okay, and I would like.
Okay,
to
go ahead and make to attack
twice, please. That is a
28 definitely
28
hits.
to hit. Alrighty, now I'm gonna. Actually, no, it's 29 because my Great Axe Spike becomes a +2 weapon once I've been attacked. So that is 29 to hit. So that is. Oh, yes. I rolled a 12 plus 10. So 22 points of slashing damage. And my next roll. And 22.
22 also
to
definitely
hit.
hits.
Yes. Oh, yes, 11. So that's 21 points of slashing damage. So 33 all in all on this thing's front leg.
Cool. You bring down your axe and just absolutely sunder the kneecap. You hear a sickening split of the bone, and this thing roaring out in absolute agony, snakes out a head to try and bite you away from it, but too little too late, it accidentally moves its head right into the path of your axe, and you just decapitate a second head again. So, if I could just clarify, rules as written, when it takes 35 or more damage in a single turn, doesn't say anything about individual targeting.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough. Yeah,
just in case y'all had any reservations about the admittedly bullshit explanation in game that I did.
Okay. And also at the end of my turn, then my nymph is going to explode for a 1d6 force damage if he fails a dex saving throw.
That is a
with a
15.
DC. Oh.
Yep.
Total.
Okay.
Oh, that will fail then. Let me just double check because I think it's 8 plus my dex and
Cool.
no,
You
my
quickly do that. I'm going to roll your acid
constitution.
14.
That is 8 plus 12. 17.
Okay,
Yeah, 17.
You
So
also
17.
take
Yeah,
23 points of acid damage from those 2 strikes.
Oh, lovely.
Cool. Roll your d6.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
lovely. That's a 4.
Once more, Bakyo's just slash sunder, slash, and then pow, like a little firecracker right at the end.
Yay.
Very good.
That'll be my turn.
Bithynia, it is your turn.
I wish I could summon my fae so we could have like a little fairy party. But I guess I will go with
Very good. Good.
Eldritch Blast. Because I think I'm out of spell slots because I
Correct.
used Hex already. And I used my Summer Graded Demon. Womp womp. So I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast potentially.
Go for it.
First roll was a 16.
On the dice or total?
Total, first one was 16, first one was 13. Or second
16 and 13.
so I don't
both
think
miss,
either of those hit.
unfortunately. This thing's scales are
Okay.
nothing to scoff at. 16 just misses. I'll clarify
That's the
as
end
well.
of my turn.
So unfortunately, can't quite find purchase. Xanthia, it is your turn.
Okay, so I want to stay in my cozy little gas form cloud form. And so I'll just move 10 feet because that is all I can move in this form. And I'll move right behind Hilliera. And yeah, that's already it. Hilliera, you get a little bit cold. The grass behind you starts to freeze over, or it seems to
a
do
little
so
bit
at least.
cold. It's more like if you ever when you're cozy in bed and then you remember you forgot to take the garbage out real quick, but it's like January the 2nd, and so you're like puck, 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 and so you like sort of step out with the trash, right? It's like that kind of cold.
Yeah. I'm just creeping closer to you.
Very well. Anything else, Xanthia? Okay, fair enough.
Nope.
Scotty's turn. He's going to try to do another attack with the snake hand. I'm going to call it the snake slap. Ugh, so many stat blocks. Venom Lash. Yeah, that definitely hits. 23 definitely hits, so this thing takes 14 points of piercing damage, and this thing needs to make a con save. So, 3d8 poison damage, and it is poisoned until the spell ends. And Scotty will not choose to pull it 10 feet closer to him. And, so it takes 3d8 poison damage at the start of each of its turns. So this time, this astral snake finds purchase and just sinks its fangs into the Hydra neck, and it just tries to sort of wrestle and rip the head off, but it isn't quite strong enough to do that. But very good. On the Hydra's turn, Bakios, that other stump you decapitated twitches. 2 new heads. Now, this thing is most pissed off at the guy who has unquestioningly done the most damage to it, so it needs to remove you from the equation because it's definitely looking quite rough, so it's a bit afraid now, so it is going to desperately try to do all 7 of its multi-attacks against you. So.
Brilliant.
Oh, natural 1.
Does that do any damage? Does a head bite itself in its own confusion? Seeing as how a head can somehow
I rolled it, so...
in my own attack.
If you'll recall our conversation we had a long time ago, I roll a second d20, and if it's a 5 or lower, it was a 12. Your legendary singing scrape that broke the silence was as a result of a 3 from the one shot. Okay, so second roll. I'm gonna attack. 13 to hit. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
13 to hit. Okay, so what are we at? 4?
That'll miss. 4.
29 to hit.
That'll hit.
19 to hit. And last one.
That'll hit, yeah.
25 to hit. Okay, so I missed 3. Okay, so 4 of them go through. So you take...
3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same amount. 8d10. $47 points of piercing damage. Plus
to 23.
Additional, just because I didn't add its modifier to it. 6 times 4 is yeah, so an additional 12 points of piercing
24
damage. Yep.
24 plus 12, so 36, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've got 30 hit points left. I'm feeling... Yeah, we are both in pain. The 2 big hits.
So,
the 2 big hitters. We're in pain.
It doesn't want to risk moving, so it's going to fight to the death. Oh,
nice.
But it did regain another 10 hit points. Oh, sorry, another 20 hit points. 10 hit points for each head grown that way. Okay, it is Heliada's turn.
Okay, so I will move over to everybody else. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then, Buckius, how are you looking, my friend? Once again, I will ask you.
I'm looking pretty rough. Got 30 out of 113 hit points. I've taken over 100 hit points so far.
Cool. I don't have any great healing spells because I'm mostly out of spells. So I will once again cast Life Transference on you.
Nice, thank
That
you.
really badly for me, but that's fine. You take 20 points. You heal 20 points.
Oh, yes, please. That feels good.
And I take 20 points of damage.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, well... Okay. And then I will once again try and cast Sacred Flame.
14?
Nope.
Hey,
So that
went through.
would be... Cool. 7 points of damage. I rolled 2 1s. I really am
So that'd be
rolling
2
really
points
great
of damage.
today. I love that for me.
To Sacred
No, I have a
Flame?
plus
I thought
5.
magic cantrips didn't add your modifier.
It says it's 2d8 plus 5. So
No, of course. Let me just I'm more than happy to be corrected. I just it's slightly flame. Oh, right, yes, sorry. Because you have potent spellcasting as one of your cleric capabilities. Sorry, yes. I remember that now. Not every cleric has that on their cantrips, but Travel Domain does. My apologies.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
That's all good. You know what? We're going for an oldie but a goldie. I will take my shield out, and it will be sad.
One of its many heads definitely stares
all.
in this direction, and it seems to have noticed you. It is the Balgora's turn.
Alright, so it is going to do its multi-attack again. So it's going to do a bite and 2 fists, potentially. So,
Miss.
13 on the bite.
Unfortunately, this time it doesn't quite manage to get that lucky
And
purchase, and it gets shoved away.
And then as it tries to pummel itself, the first swing misses, and then the second one is a 14. I'm guessing that misses as well. Okay, so it's just pummeling away, but not really getting a good hit on it. And then do you want me to roll the charisma?
Yes, I will roll for the Balgora. Natural 2. Yeah, you still have control. This thing is not terribly bright. And it doesn't seem to be losing. I mean, it's not like... So it's like, you know what? I'm cool with this for the moment. This is fun. Pretty much.
Along for the ride. Yeah, and so Pudding is just over watching it like, I don't know what this is, but carry on.
Yeah, the Balgora, like, as the Hydra jerks its head around, the Balgora's full-on sorority girl who's had one too many Mai Tais on the mechanical bull just being tossed about.
The Balgora is a woo girl now.
Okay, so after the Balgoras, it is Amalia's turn.
Okie dokie, she will move here. Like where the echo is. But then the echo will also move. So can the echo move like 5, 10, 15, 20?
Yes, yes it can.
Can the echo move here? Okay, and then I'll move back. And then we will both...
Okie dokie. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls.
First hit.
22 definitely hits. Go ahead
Is
and
it
roll
22?
damage.
Then the damage is... Oh, that's good. That's 13.
Okie dokie.
And then the second hit...
19 hits.
Is a 19. And then the slash damage is a 16.
And so what was the first lot of damage you did? 13 plus 6.
13.
No, you're good.
Okay, and then...
All right. Anything else? So learning from Bakios, you temper your damage slightly. You go for non-full-on decapitation strikes, but you try to more damage the head itself rather than remove it entirely from this thing's body. And as you lacerate into the skull and into the fangs and into the throat of this thing, more at the base, it's looking quite rough. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
Bakios, it is your turn. Oh, just before you go ahead, Bakios, I keep forgetting. Sorry about this. Amalia, you take...
Alright.
13, 18... 25 points of acid damage.
Jesus Christ. Okie dokie.
Alrighty then. So, now, Mr. DM, what would you say if I wanted to clamber up this thing's side and try and get a good attack on its spine directly? Please. Oh, I'm good at those. Oh, those are my... Ooh, plus...
Yeah, also, I said athletics, so we'll stay athletics, but I'm wondering if it should have been acrobatics just because of the nimbleness of it all, but... We'll say, okay, so it's a high DC, but athletics is straight up just jump, like, and clear this thing's limbs and land on its back full-on God of War style.
God, good thing I've got a +9 modifier.
Yeah,
good
you...
lord, that is 25.
Like a
16 plus
grasshopper, you... Vroom, and manage to get about 10 feet of air, which is enough, and you crest over its limbs and land on its back.
I want a superhero landing. Right, how's it? Let's see you lose a head over this. I want to test your imagination of how you're going to lose a head, because I'm going for 2 attacks right on its spine. So I'm essentially now, like, here, in the middle of it, facing away. I want to go right here, just above where my character is.
By the way, if you hold Z and click the... if you click on the Hydra and then press Z, it'll send it to the bottom layer, in case you can't see your token.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. I've got it.
Okay.
Yep. So, but I'm on top of it now. And I would like to make my first of 2 attacks against it, if possible. Oh, as a Bob, before, so point of order as well. Bonus action. Bam, bam, another fairy. Cool.
Okay.
Yep. And first of 2 attacks. Oh, natural 19, so 30 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I love barbarians. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, I just rolled a 1, so that is 11 points of slashing damage.
Wham! You find the part between the shoulder blades, and for the first time you hear this roaring monster whimper slightly.
Yes, that's right. And my second attack, I'm going to try and widen that gash.
Okay.
Oh, that's... Oh my god, that's the worst roll I've ever made. Roll a 4, so that's 15.
15 misses, unfortunately.
Ah. Okay, but that's my turn. Oh, at the end of the turn.
Okay, so you did how much damage? Sorry.
Oh, 1 attack. So I did.
You said 11, right?
Oh, I got
11
points of slashing damage. Yeah, that's it.
Well, it rolled a 2 on the dexterity saving throw.
Good.
Okay.
That's another
and
6.
you watch as
Boom.
this little sort of like pixie-like small nymph says, "You know what? If this is happening, I'm taking this away from you," because it has 2 hit points left. And you watch as this little nymph flies into like the main one's mouth, and you hear then it's like a, and then all of a sudden you hear a little pum come from inside this thing's stomach, and then it just. Its eyes roll back, all 14 eyes roll back, and then just boom. I can't believe the fucking little explosive nymph.
I'm so annoyed that I rolled a fucking 4.
So to answer your question about my imagination and the decapitation,
all the time
you were about to kill it anyway, so...
Damn it! Oh, I was hoping to. I really wanted to see what you would do there.
Okay.
Strike this fucking eye.
Combat is over. I will return.
Right.
I will set my new ambiance, which I thought I had in place. Let me just turn that off. Oh, and I'll set us back to the general menu. Transition. Combat appears to be over. You all
appears.
Take a deep breath, and Scotty releases the hold on the serpent and says, Do none of us have any fire? I feel like this has bitten us in the arse more than once.
I don't have magic, dude. What are you talking about? I can't control what comes out of my ass. Literally.
I know, but I'm not absolving myself in all this. It's just... Never mind.
Right. Okay. Is there, as we have just taken down this big fuck-off Hydra, is there anything that we can scavenge off of this thing? Any kind of skin, any kind of teeth, horns?
Oh yeah,
we need blood.
Yeah, Bithynia, what exactly did we need again?
We need a core. We need a core. The heart.
Okay, cool. Do we want to do that ourselves? Do we want to like call somebody and be like, yo, haha, come pick it up yourself?
I believe that the impression that I got was that we would be the ones importing it back to the city. However, Scotty seems to be the one who's had significant more, like a substantial amount of experience collecting blood compared to me, so.
If I recall correctly, they specified that every aspect of this beast would have value, so that we'd get the most money if we could bring the whole carcass back, really.
That is true. They did say more.
I'm pretty strong, but I'm not this strong, alright? I can't lift.
It barely you saw how long it took us to get those few things that we moved out of the cave not too long ago, and here we are in need of moving this.
Yeah, where is a horde of giant flies when you need them?
How's the Bulgara doing by the Bulgara?
I think he's.
Oh
playing
right, let me just double check how that works.
the one horn that he
because
took.
combat might not actually be over.
Oh my god, do we need to fight this thing as well?
I'm just kind of frozen in place, like.
I need to double check if it actually goes away if you release it. On a steps you control the demon for the rest of your and demon. If you stop concentrating on the spell before it reaches its full duration, an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear for 1d6 rounds if it still has hit points. Okay, so... Oh shit, I deleted the initiative order. Can I undo that? No, I can't. Damn it. What was everyone's initiative?
It is.
I know that the Bulgara had 9,
19.
and I had 21. Well, 20 plus, 20.1.
The Bulgara was before my last.
Yeah, it was after.
Okay, so,
I went.
hang on a second. So I'm gonna... Bakios had 20... Yeah, 20.1.
20.1.
But it says that if you stop concentrating on a spell before it reaches its full duration, an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear, right? But it says, as part of casting the spell, you can form a circle on the ground with the blood used as material component.
So good news, it's here for one more round. It rolled a 1 on the I just rolled a 1 on the d6, fortunately. Update combatant. So Bithynia was at 20, I believe. Xanthia was at 19, if I recall.
Yeah.
Exactly, yep.
Then it was Scotty.
1 second. Oh god, this is too funny. 19.
It's very curious as to how everything's going, and now we're fighting a Balgura suddenly, so I've got a lot of catching
Amalia
up.
had like a
yeah.
0.1 or something as an initiative.
4.
A 4.
I know,
right?
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, 4. A 2 and a
Yeah,
2.
and I
And the
had
Bulgara had,
10.
how much did it have again? 9, and...
9.
Okay, fine.
9.
So,
9.
cool, the echo doesn't count. Remove combatant.
And it has 55 hit points for its.
Good to know, and...
And I have
easy.
it.
We can take
Scotty,
that
you
down
had
in
how
one
much?
round. Come
Sorry,
on,
what was Scotty's
let's
initiative
do it.
order again?
Yeah.
Okay,
He
so we'll
was
put him at
after
15. Okay.
Xanthia.
So it is Bithynia's turn, and Bithynia, you go to release, you release this thinking this thing's gonna like disappear, and then you're like, oh wait, no, yeah. And this thing just like turns to the rest of you.
So So she's going to hopefully just try to Eldritch Blast this thing back into the shadows that it came from.
Yeah, that hits.
The first one's a 26. And the second one's a 24.
Yeah, they both hit.
And so my first damage is 8, and my second damage is 9,
okay,
so
that
17 damage to it.
Xanthia, it is your turn. Oh, sorry, did you have anything you want to do in your bonus action, Bithynia?
Does anybody need a heal, by the way, or are we good?
Within one round, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, with the one round. That shouldn't be too much of
I'm
a
going
big
to tint
deal.
the Hydra red, just so everyone knows that it's dead. So
Cute.
Scotty, you just so you still got your Venom Lash still up, and you just watched. So you guys just killed this Hydra, and now the Bulgura Bithynia has summoned is cutting loose.
Okie dokie. I'm just going to quickly check. So apologies for I'm talking in the back of a store cupboard, as the best plans are always laid in store cupboards. And I'm just going to double check to see whether or not I still have Blood Clench as an available spell, and if so, I'm going to cast that. I'm just going to triple check to make sure that's still on my spells list. That's all right. I've just got the range to do that. I won't be able to do much more than that.
Your
yes, I can.
And Venom Lash that you used. Okay, cool. You're good.
I can do both those for you. That's fine. Venom Lash. Oh, cool. Fine. Then yes, I'll cast it, and I'll do it at a higher level if need be. I know I'd run out of second level, but I'll use it to
Blood Clench is a reskinable person, right?
So I think I've got a third slot.
A Bulgura is not a human.
That's right, yes. But it's a
I'll say you would know that, having used it fairly extensively.
Okay, in that case, do I still have my 5th level slot left?
Yeah, you have your 5th level slot, left.
Nice.
I'm going to look over to it, after you've now finally defeated the Hydra, look over to it and whisper sweet nothings to it through the horn as I cast Distant Whispers at 5th level.
Okay, natural 17 on... What is the saving throw? Wisdom? Okay, so 19.
Wisdom saving throw, yeah. Okay, so it succeeds, so it takes half of this, which I will get. So it takes half of 76 psychic, so that is a total of 10 psychic.
So that puts it down to 23.
And I'm probably whispering something along the lines of, "Sweet dreams are made of fiends. Who am I?" So
good God.
Excellent.
Okay, Hilira, it's your turn.
Okay, but did Xanthia have her turn?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right,
Xanthia,
no.
yeah, it's your turn.
I mean, I also spaced out, so no worries. So I think I'll drop my fog form.
Oh, fog form.
As a bonus action. And fog form, yes. And run over.
Okay.
To wherever the thing is.
Yeah.
Is it within range? I think it is, yeah. Hold on, let me do that real quick. And I'll just whip out my trident and take 2 swinging attacks.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
At it. Yep. That would be a 14 to hit. Okay, and with the second attack, that no, that's even worse.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
you've lost quite a bit of blood.
Still a little bit woozy, so you just see me there like, ah! But unfortunately, yeah.
Sorry about that. Hilira, it's your turn.
Oh no, okay. Shoot, I thought I'd have more time to look at what I was gonna do, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm very stressed right now. I don't have a lot of spell slots anymore. Well, okay. I don't have anything good right now. Why am I stupid? Okay, I'm just going to take out my rapier and do a...
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
To it. So let me just... 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, good. That is 10 points of damage.
Yeah, and so that puts it at 13 points. You whoosh, manage to lacerate this thing's side. And it just roars at you. Roar! Anything else?
No, I'm gonna stick where I am.
Hey, my new ambience finally works. So this is this is the sound you hear during this fight. But okay, cool. So on the Balgura's turn, it will it's going to turn to the last thing that attacked it, and it is going to do its multi-attack, and it's going to do them reckless, so it has advantage.
Everyone has advantage on it until the start of its next turn.
Oh, 10?
Nope.
Alright, and then it's going to... Oh, wait, so I have advantage. Sorry, that was my... Okay, so 17, actually, if you count the second roll.
Nope.
17 misses. Nice. Oof. Okay, so that was a 17 and a 7, so 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, natural 18 and... so 25. So 24 and 25 for the second two. So you take... 10 points of bludgeoning damage on the first punch and 11 points of bludgeoning damage on the second punch. So you, like... You whoosh, lacerate its chest with your Mycenian rapier. This thing turns to you and then just narrowly misses with its fangs before... Boom! Boom! And you swear your feet sink about, like, half a foot into the ground as it just conks you on the head twice, and your helmet rings like a bell, and you swear you see little birdies fluttering around your ears. Oh no, you see little Ronoses just running around your head.
Great.
Alright, Amalia, it's your turn.
Okay, slashy slash.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
26.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
13.
And with that is literally the amount of hit points that's left. You bisect the Balgura, which it sort of lands on the ground, and then its two halves begin being sucked into this vortex, which opens on the ground and then gets sucked out of existence.
Oh, that was easy. So what are we doing with the Hydra?
Collecting all of the
collecting
parts.
as much skin, teeth, bone, and blood. Oh, yeah, as we can.
Okay, who is leading this operation?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I know my way around, skinning and getting shit. I have a +9 to my survival. So if anyone wants to assist, I'll take advantage
help.
with that score.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Okay, go ahead and
help.
make an survival check with advantage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a natural 18, so 27.
Okay, it takes you the better part of an hour. But you're basically able to, first of all, you manage to, with Bithynia's instruction on the specifics, split this thing's belly open and pull out its acid-producing gland. It burns you a little bit, but with a little help from Scotty in sort of preserving it, you're able to pop that into the bag of holding. You were able to get about 15 square feet of hide,
Nice.
perfectly preserved. I'll say 9 of the horns you managed to extract without breaking them. And we'll say 4d6. Actually, roll 8d6 for me, and that's how many teeth you managed to pull out.
8d6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, I have 7 d6s in my chest. Okay. Oh, that's shit. 1, 2, 3, 8, 12, 15, 17, 23.
23 teeth. Roll 4d6 for the claws.
Okay. Oh, that's much better. 12, 17, 20.
Perfect. 20 claws. Wait, does he even have 20 claws?
4 feet, 6.
So how many teeth did we say?
23.
Okay, 23.
But I rolled really shit on the teeth.
Because I was saying, okay,
And remember, also, if we decapitated those heads are still on the floor, so it's got like 10 heads out there.
oh yeah, no, teeth is fine. It just meant, I think it's like, you collected more claws than it has. I didn't realize, for a second I thought it had like a lot of limbs, and then I realized it didn't. So, I'll say you collect all, wait, what was the number of claws? God, I'm so bad at this today.
Claws, 20.
Okay, we'll say it had 5 digits. So yeah, no, we'll keep it at 20 claws. You managed to collect all 20 claws.
Nice.
And roll 2d12 for vials of blood.
Ooh.
As in, like,
Yeah.
2d12 vials of blood, which if you guys have the vials, you're able to collect.
18.
Okay, so you managed to get 18 vials of blood.
12 and a 6. Nice. I am absolutely knackered. Has anyone got any wine? No? Yeah.
Here.
Are you sure you didn't give that to me before and I've already drained it?
I have more.
Good. Give me, please.
You owe me, though.
Touche, yeah. I mean, and I pull out, I hand 10 gold over to you.
Thank you.
worth every drachma. There you go. Take 10 gold.
So, do we want to keep going, or do we want to take a nap?
Well, how far away are we from the next place where we really need to go in terms of?
So you turn and you see. So you turn around, sort of in the direction of where you know Tethmos roughly is, and you guys all actually finally notice for the first time a small band of Leonin who bear the same sort of colors as Nazros was. The sort of the blues and pale yellows, sort of all just. They seem to be like dressed as in terms of combat. Like these are not like civilians, but they're kind of all just like chilling there, standing and saying, "Oh, good, you're done." Didn't want to spoil
Feel free to step in any time.
These freaking long speakers never help with anything.
We got here 10 minutes ago. You were already carving that thing up.
Can I just double check? What happened to the body of the Gorgon?
Oh, you still got that with you. I'm gonna say you stuffed it into the bag of holding. Which, speaking of which, you guys have sort of got a lot of stuff with you. I need to calculate the weight of that at some point. But I'm gonna say collectively everything that all the stuff you've pulled out weighs about 250 pounds.
Give it to me. I've got this.
I mean, like, you've got a bag of holding, so you should be fine,
I can carry that shit.
You wrap it up in the hide and sort of make a giant Santa sack.
Santa baby. Give me a Hydra under the tree.
But the sort of leader of the group, a female Leonin who has looks to be slightly older. She has paling white. She's got also that white frame around her face, and she wears long robes, almost similar to Bithynia's, except the sort of starlight pattern is a little more geometric on hers, and is of the pale sort of golden color, endemic to the long speakers, as opposed to Bithynia's sort of more white starlighty. Johnny gave us word to send assistance. Who has been petrified?
Oh yeah, they're over there. I'll just point in the general direction. I'm really low on HP, so I'm a little bit delirious.
She immediately recognizes Bithynia as the learned one of the group and says, "Clarify, please."
So, hello. Nice to meet you. What is it that you would like clarification on again?
Where are those who require restoration?
You mean within our party? Within our items?
We were told there were those who had been petrified.
Oh, yes. We have those over here.
No, they are currently stuck at the entrance, or just within the entrance of the frost.
Where we left them.
The Frost Gauntlet.
The Frost Gauntlet.
You ventured into the Frost Gauntlet. How are you alive?
We're
Well,
badass
we
motherfuckers.
got in, and we got out, and that's a lot of questions, but we do have those items over there. It's not too far of a travel.
If you go into the entrance, you'll see them right there.
There is, however, information that Amalia wishes to bring to your court that was prudent to the investigation the hunt we were pursuing.
She thinks for a moment. How many are petrified?
Oh, about 6, I think. Was it 6?
I think so. Yeah, six statues.
6 statues.
You see her quickly doing some math in her head.
Yes, so we were able to get them from where they were to as far out as possible. However, we do need help getting them out the remainder of the way.
And they are at the entrance.
More or less, yes. You can see the majority of them if you were to go to the entrance. However, there are some areas in which it's almost impassable, and that is why they are not too far in.
I am familiar with the passage. Thank you. Exion. And she turns to the one who made the sort of quip originally, the sort of younger male Leonin. Exion, return with them. Explain to Nazarus. We will free those of their stone bonds. And sort of as one, you watch as they together trace the same glyphs in the air and turn invisible one after the other, except for Exion, who just remains standing there, and you guys see just rustling in the grass that eventually disappears.
I'll wait until they've definitely left, even though one's with them, and then I'll ask to remove the Gorgon corpse from the bag of holding and head back over to where we slayed the Hydra, towards the lake.
Go for it.
What's the lake look like? How's the lake? What's it look like now after all of this carnage?
So, Bacchios made a note to just to avoid anything getting like super contaminated. You guys just about between the strength of Bacchios and Amalia, they managed to drag the Hydra's corpse about sort of 50 feet away from the pond. It's got a sort of bit of a groove in the earth where the Hydra left a trail, or Hydra's corpse left a trail, but it's as serene as it was when you initially approached it. The waters of Oreskos, you begin to take note, have a sort of ethereally serene quality to them.
I approach the lake, and then I pause for a minute and turn to the rest of the group and say, I'll just need a few minutes, if that's all right.
Take your time. We're good here. Hilera, you're looking really heavy, and thank you so much for my for my HP. I really appreciate it. Would you like to sit down by some form of fire and rest and recover for a few minutes?
I think I'll be fine.
Listen, I've been in relationships with women before. When they say they're fine, they're not really fine. So I'm gonna make a campfire, and you can use it if you wish. I'd make a campfire.
That's very generalization of women, because I'm not like most girls.
No, you are not.
I'm just laying on the floor.
But yeah, I make a fire for the next couple of minutes and just vibe in.
Do you want to handle with that?
No, I'm good. I'm good at making a fire. I can make a fire in the middle of a blizzard. I can do it here.
He's gonna make a sleight of hand check. 15. What's your passive perception? 15?
15, yeah.
Okay. So, the fire roars into life the second you sort of strike it with your flint. And you look really satisfied, and then you turn and see him with his hand stretched out as he had used a Control Flames cantrip to make it sort of catch.
Dick, move.
I thought only to save you some time.
While
Sorry. You know, guy I don't know, that other guy's, the blinky guy's voice is so much lower than Nazaro's. Did you know that? I knew that, and when I heard his voice, I was like, wow, I need to tell Nazaro's about this. I actually really like Nazaro's. Why am I so mean?
He sort of stoops down to you. Are you aware that your pupils are at different dilations? Have you been concussed?
You know, there was this Bulgura that went like, pow, pow, on my head. Is my helmet dented?
A little scraped, but not dented.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I'm going to take a nap now. Can you tell Nazaros that he sounds like one of those squeaky things that go like compared to the blinky guy? Okay, good night. And she, I hope, can take a long rest, a short rest.
Blinky guy. Do you guys choose to take a short rest?
Yes, please.
Yeah, yes, please.
Exion will he sort of just stands there a bit sort of sentinel-like, just waiting on you guys.
are you guys hungry?
Yes.
Okay, as soon as you say that, Xanthia will cast Create Food and Water. And so we have now 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water. So...
That's very nice. Don't even chew most of the time. I'm just like shoving it down my throat.
Yeah. Take what you need.
Yeah, I got a town on that bitch.
Hilera, I think you should maybe eat and drink a little bit as well. You don't look so good.
Okay. She just puts her hands out and grabs the first thing without looking and just like eats it.
A good rest is a decent break is had by all.
Can we roll some hit point?
Yeah,
hit
go
dice?
for it.
Awesome.
Does anybody wish to do anything else during this short rest? Oops, sorry.
I will briefly, just while I have a moment before I have to go off mute again, I'll briefly describe what happens with Skatinos. So he will go to the lake carrying the Gorgon, and he'll slowly start walking into the lake until it's sort of maybe about waist to chest deep, and then slowly lower the Gorgon into the water. And as he does so, he starts to sing, and he sings a song that is possibly recognisable from some of the party that he has travelled with for a while. Others not. But what's noticeable is that this time it seems that he has added another verse. This time in memory of the departed Gorgon. And it goes, although I have to be a little bit quiet, goes a little bit like this. A beauty, a mystery, and a hoarder of lore. Great secrets acquired at a price most abhor. But you cheated fate, child, and stole from your own. May now you return to your mother, your home. Drink from the rotten vine, its texture bittersweet. Drink from the fetid wine, for your life is no better than mine. Drink from the wine, your life is no better than mine. And as the song finishes, he is going to down the potion of water breathing that he still has from way back when we initially planned to travel into the deep oceans of Thassa. Not Thassa, of where was it?
Vashiros?
Yes, Vashiros. That's the god, Vashiros. And then he's going to submerge himself with the Gorgon, and he's going to spend the duration of the short rest. So he's not resting, but he's going to spend the duration of the short rest using his hands to dig a small scratch into the earth, place the Gorgon, and then cover it up loosely. And then he will return to the group as the spell starts to fade.
Very well.
That was beautiful, Scotty. As a point of order, I rolled 4 d12 rest dice and regained 50 hit points.
Very nice.
That was just a point of order.
Scotty, as you finish burying the Gorgon into the silt, and you sing the song under your breath, and you let it sort of escape your lips one last time. The Gorgon sinks into the silt at the bottom, and then slips underneath, and then where it was buried, about a dozen or so water vipers just erupt out almost like seedlings and then swim away.
I imagine it catches me a little bit by surprise because I'm underwater, but it's okay because I've got potion of water breathing, so I can still, when I exhale in surprise, I'm not suddenly suffocating. But I'll watch them skitter away, pensive in thought. And then probably about that point, I suddenly realise that I can't breathe anymore, and then I'll return to the surface.
All right. Take a point of piety, Scotty.
Hey, thank you.
You come to the end of your short rest, and Exion says, Are we ready to get going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who among you can travel quickly?
Well, I've got Plummet here, who is the fastest.
Well, when you say quickly, how quickly is quickly?
As fast as a steed.
Oh, no, definitely not. Not that fast. I can go a long way, but...
I can carry 4.
And I can carry 2.
All right.
Myself and one other.
You can... Yeah, sorry. Never mind. Very well. I can carry those among you who, are, the most cumbersome, for lack of a better term.
Athenian looks over at Amalia. That would be you. While slowly looking over at Bacchios. And potentially you as well.
Perhaps one of you two, gestures to you, Hilira, and you, Skotinos, should take up on the Pegasus.
Oh, I'll do it! And I'll jump on the Pegasus. Climb up.
Very well. We will travel quickly. Hopefully we can make it before daybreak. And he will polymorph himself into a huge giant bull, which uses the stat block of a triceratops. And then... And so it sort of just looks at you all expectantly.
Yeah. I'll climb up on him, yeah. Do I need to do any check for that, or can I just do that?
If it were a normal beast instead of a polymorphed humanoid, yes, but there is a little bit of leg kicking as, you like wriggle your way up there, but he sort of stoops down slightly, manages to hoist you up, and then with Bacchios underneath giving you a push, you're fine.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Alright, after about a minute, you guys are all mounted up, and then this thing just starts. Each hoof mark quaking the ground, and Bithynia, you realizing how fast this thing's moving, kick it, plummet in the butt, and the thing takes off and moves to keep up with.
We're going.
Cool. At a I guess special travel pace, and with his... Okay, so if Axion uses all his spell slots, he would get about 5 hours worth of travel in this form. Which would allow you guys to, I'll say, you gallop in relative silence for about 2 hours. But eventually, you see the lights of Tethmos in the distance. And after about half an hour more, you arrive at the city. You are sort of borne down upon by a squadron of patrol Leonin mounted upon lion drakes. But as these creatures steps in front of you, Axion sort of morphs out and flags everybody down, explains the situation, and you guys are let inside the city, and you are once more within the confines of the Leonin settlement of Tethmos. I'm told you wish to speak directly to Nazaros. Is that right?
I don't think we want to talk to Nazaros. We want to talk to, like, the big guy. You know, Nazaros is here, and we want to talk to, like, the guy that's way up there, you know?
If you wish to speak to Burimas, you at a minimum will need to, go through Nazaros. He is your best bet to gain the ear of the speaker. I respect your need is urgent, and I do not doubt its veracity, but there is a chain of command in Tethmos, and I can't override it.
Well, darn. Do we just want to go to Nazareth, or do we want to go to Blinky Guy as well?
Who is Blinky Guy?
Just a little, if not, I can never pronounce his name. I want to say Agony, but I know that's not his name.
Johnny?
He's Blinky Guy.
Johnny.
Johnny. Blinky Guy.
Johnny is sworn to guard the speaker. They will be in the same place.
Well, that's... Okay, we'll go to Nazareth.
And he leads you through the city streets, which are quite quiet at this time of night, although not completely dead. There are a few bits and bobs which remain open even at this hour. And he knocks on the door of this surprisingly simplistic stone settlement. It has a few, aside from some lovely canopies and tapestries that adorn the actual stone building, the stone building itself is fairly simple in its design and decor and quality of materials, as is every other building in here. You sort of begin to notice that the decor and the resplendence comes not from the stones themselves, but the tapestries and the ornamentation upon them. But he knocks on the door, and Nazros opens the door, and he's dressed in a sort of finer, simple chiton, which leaves his arms exposed, as it is a relatively warm night, and he rubs his eyes slightly. Exion, you return already. You have news. And he, notices the rest of you. My goodness, what has happened? Come in, come in, come in. He beckons you inside. On the inside, you see an interior that reminds you in many ways of the abandoned sort of huts that you found out in the wilds, although these are obviously populated, and you see tapestries that have been carefully hand-woven to have depictions of dozens upon dozens of Leonins, and you get the sense this is almost like a family tree that seems to stretch backwards through the ages. You see bone totems and almost like dreamcatcher-like ornamentations here and there. It's a very cozy, very beautifully rustic. Nazros beckons you guys to have a seat on these almost drum-like stools that are on the ground. And warm mugs of broth are brought out to each of you by a relatively young, probably maybe a teensy bit younger than Heliod, female Leonin who sort of just leaves them down by your each of you, and then sort of just retreats to Nazros' size. It's Nazros' side. Thank you, Alemi. You may go now. She nods. It's very nice.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course.
I don't think we've had the pleasure so far.
You are new, yes.
Xanthia.
I am Nazros Longspeaker. I contracted your companions to return me safely to Tethmos. Any friend of theirs is a friend of mine. I owe them a lot.
It's my pleasure to meet you.
So, I will confess I am somewhat surprised to see you all, even considering your state of battle. What did you find? You are the first ever herd to have returned from the Frost Gauntlet after it was deemed lost.
I look over to the others who have met him before, because I feel like maybe I should take a step back.
Likewise, I've It's the first time I've A, been in civilization for quite some time, and B, met this guy, so I'm not going to be the first to speak.
Bithynia.
I've just realised that the person that would probably be speaking would be Amalia, but I don't think Amalia's here.
Yeah, well...
Yes.
He turns to you, Bithynia. Bithynia, please, if I could beseech you to clarify.
Clarify on which point?
What did you find in the Frost Gauntlet?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. We we found quite a bit of things. Some things that were relevant to some of the people here, and some things of importance when it comes to battle.
But what is the source of the evil that prohibits any from returning from the Frost Gauntlet?
Well, I believe that source of evil is no longer an issue after we had a run-in. It wasn't really a run, but yeah. There we had a situation, and I don't think that source will be here.
What would be so mighty that it would cause untold disappearance and death over centuries, even, I think, at this point?
Well, up until not too long ago, it might have been something, but it is no longer here.
What was it, then? I'm very curious.
Well, it was like the child of like a titan of like winter and stuff. Yeah, we never really found out who the dad was.
Hilira, I know you and I have had our animosities. And I apologize if I have ever caused any given reason to upset you, but I must ask in this instance that you be completely forward with me. You fought the child of a titan?
I am a lot, Nazaros, but I'm not a fucking liar. Don't accuse me of that.
Makes an insight check. I'm sorry, I do not think you a liar. I am just finding it hard to take it in a child of a titan. Did it have a name?
I think you knew the name, but then I don't really remember anymore.
I believe the name was Ithra.
Natural one on the history check. Ice Titan, you said ice, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
A child of Criotelos. It all makes sense now. The cold of that place, I imagine, would have been nurturing to such an aberration. And you slayed it. Completely.
Yeah, we think so. But do you think we fully killed it?
First of all, we always slay it, Queen. Secondly,
you stole that from Rick.
I couldn't resist. I did. I absolutely did, and it was 100% worth it.
Good.
I couldn't resist.
As long as we're all clear.
Yes. No. So here's the thing, right? not only did we physically kill its first form, but no, that bitch transcended into a pure ice chip of purest winter, and I killed that bitch. I cracked it in half. I watched it die. I heard its screams, and it's coming for us no more. And at this point, I'm sort of stood up, and I realize what I'm doing, and I sit right the fuck back down.
Nazaros sort of like visibly takes a slight like recoil at you, sort of advancing at him. This one's new too.
Yep. Hi. Bokios. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure. He sort of just takes you up and down. A true Akron.
Well, formerly a true Akron. Maybe one day I'll buy my way back in. Up until now, I've been wandering the wilds for the last 10 years.
That sounds about right, he says, just staring at you. And what?
I must smell pretty bad.
And what of Baragone? He fell trying to slay this creature as well?
Scotinus gives that sharp intake and hiss of breath when someone goes, that kind of thing, and sort of like mimes like biting his knuckles.
Where is he?
Well, I saw that he might be like hanging around here somewhere with like crazy new like frosty powers, and with the person hanging out that's very mean. I met her. She's very mean.
Who is this other person?
I think Bithynia went to school with her. I only saw her like once, and she was wearing a hood, and then she like grabbed me by the face, and I was like, ah! And
Bithynia,
so
you know this. Sorry.
Would you be able to... Yeah, so I was going to say, I said to Bithynia, would you be able to use the staff to create the same image that you created for
Yes.
Hilira to see?
Yes, So Bithynia takes it out and has the Staff of Illusion. And so she's able to kind of glide that in front of her. And
Sorry, I'll stop adjusting my seat. I just heard a roar sound, so... Sorry, ignore me, continue. Oh, right, yeah, so, Bithynia taps her staff and her form shimmers and once more reveals the, nice version of the woman you saw, Hilira. Well, Baragone is banished from Morescos. Any patrol that had come across him would know to slay him on sight. At the very least, I can assure you he has come nowhere near Tethmos. Especially if he had traveled with a human. What will you do now?
Well, Amalia really wanted to talk to like the big boss, you know, like the highest up person we can like get to like be like, yo, danger's on the way, we're gonna probably try and kill it, but like just so you know.
You wish to speak with Brimas?
Yeah.
It would be no small thing if I arranged such a matter. I'm not saying it cannot be done, but you are 100%, and I ask this out of concern more than anything else. You are 100% certain of everything you have witnessed.
Well, I want to say yes, but I was kind of scrying, and scrying is, trustworthy to a certain extent. But I recognize the landscape.
I trust that he is in Oreskos somewhere, if that is what you have seen. Very well. Please remain here for the moment. I will attempt to rouse him. It will be no small political movement, so I may need a little bit of time, but I will go right away. And he sort of gets up, wraps a sort of cloak around himself to sort of make himself look a little bit more impressive, and ducks out. Unless anyone, wishes to do anything, he returns after about an hour. You'll just sit there in silence, sipping your broth.
Yeah.
Hilera, you unearth a talon in your broth.
I will give the rest of my broth to Buckios. I am done.
Very well. Sorry, caught my throat. Nazaros returns, and Brimas will see you in his personal chambers. Ajani was able to vouch for you as well, which made things simpler. And he gives you, Hilira, a knowing look. He spoke very highly of the funny loud girl.
Wow, that's really, that's a great title. That's great. Love that. Okay, love that I'm a girl. He does have a deeper voice than you. I just thought I'd let you know. You sound like one of those squeaky toys.
Well, that I would imagine so. I haven't killed a god like he has.
Touche. Maybe you should get on that.
If you see any gods, point them my way, and I shall.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Follow me. And, feels like there's a not-for dynamic between the two of you. Like, just like a completely one-sided animosity.
I don't know why. She just really dislikes him, but also loves him.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Much.
I am here for it. I am here for it. Okay, so, you guys are led back into the, hall of the speaker. And you pass through a empty hall, for there is nary a matriarch in sight. As, it's like 6 in the morning at this point. But, you're taken to a place, a sort of antechamber, which leads you up a set of stairs into a second floor, which appears to be entirely private quarters. Which, to those of you who have lived in a city, compares more to like a high-end apartment, like a high-end, penthouse, as opposed to, a palace or anything, but Amalia especially would know that this is about as luxurious as Leonin get. And you see once more the, golden-furred Brimas. His crown is off at the moment, but he is wearing his, the same stately robe that you saw previously. And he's sort of just twiddling a cup of wine as he just sips out, overlooking a balcony, which just out the window of which you see the entirety of Tethmos and the little twinkling lights spread out in front of him. Turns slowly to look at you all. I respect Nazaros as one of my most trusted advisors. It is for that reason, and for Ajani's word as one of the heroes of this land and saviors of Theros, that I take this visit. I trust in them both, in the validity, but I will ask you, speak quickly and to the point. You get the sense he's maybe a little cranky from waking up this early, but is more interested in getting to the point of it all. He's hoping this isn't a social visit, basically. And at that point, you also just see stepping out of the shadows, the familiar 8.5-foot tall white lion, just casually resting his hand on the double-bladed axe. And when I say double-bladed, I mean one at each end of the haft, just to clarify for those who haven't seen before, as opposed to. Ajani sort of puts the axe down and just rolls his shoulders in his shoulder plates, but otherwise seems unfazed. Takes a casual step, and you actually do hear a faint boom, boom every time he takes a step. This is a heavy individual. Very well. Speak.
Okay. So we went into the frost gullet, and then when we went into the frost gullet, there was this big, bad thing, and it was like, we want to kill you, and then we were like, we're going to kill you, and then we killed it, and then we went back, and there were people, petrified and frozen, and then I did one of them, and I was like, no, you're not petrified anymore, and then I unpetrified them, and that was the sister of, Grisha and Rorek, and then they were like, oh, no, the dust crawlers, they betrayed us, and then we went out, and then there were some people stuck petrified because there was a small gap, and then we had to get out, and then we had to fight the Hydra, and that was really intense, and we almost all died, but we weren't doing great. And then when we got back, we learned that, oh no, Big Daddy Dustcrawler, he's alive, he has ice powers, and he's trying to maybe kill us all, we don't know, but he's somewhere around here, and we don't know what's going on, and I squashed him, and there was a lady, and she was like, she grabbed my face, and then I was really scared, but it was fine, because, but we think they're somewhere around here trying to take over the world, and we don't know what's going on, and we think you should know.
Okay, I think I got most of that. A couple of questions. And he seems to have followed along with this with minimal difficulty, and you understand now how you get to be in a position of, one of the key skills required to be in a position of power. So just so I've got this right, you ventured into the Frost Gauntlet, encountered some sort of monster made out of frost?
Yes.
You slew this monster.
Ice Titan.
Ice Titan, right, yes. We'll come back to that. And he just sort of looks at Ajani for a moment, which, speaking of which, in case anybody needed it, visual aid. After you slew this child of an Ice Titan, you searched for, it looks like Baragone. Just make sure you got the name right. There was no trace of him. How did you discover he was somewhere? He looks at you, Hilira. And who was he with again? That's as far as I got before I couldn't keep up anymore.
Okay, so there was I scried on them. I'm a cleric, so I can do that. I think some people can also do that, but I can do it. When I scried on him, I saw him in like the fields that reminded me of Deathmos and here. And then there was this lady with the hood up, and she could see me while I was scrying, which is almost impossible. Almost.
My people are admittedly less familiar with divine magic, as I'm sure you know, but I do know that the ability to see in through the veil is no small feat. I understand.
Didn't she also hurt you?
Yes, she could also touch me, and she like scratched me in the face. I don't know if I actually got hurt.
Johnny this time actually sort of, his eyes widen just ever so slightly, like it's almost like a, I'm sorry, what? And like, she reached through a scry orb?
Yeah.
He sort of takes a few steps towards and crouches down. He basically has to get on one knee almost so that he actually has to see you. And with a hand that could engulf your head, sort of, may I?
Sure.
And he sort of cups your face slightly and examines you slowly, very clearly. His eyes flare white for a moment. I don't detect any trace. That is a relief.
Okay. So, another thing, Big Bad Daddy Dustcrawler has powers now.
Right, yes. I can't imagine what hellish bargain he struck with this creature. Whatever it was doesn't seem to have abetted with the creature's death, which is unusual to say the least. Thanks for a moment. Do you know where they are now? Where they were going?
No. I could try and scry when I've had a good night's sleep, but I can't guarantee that that's gonna work.
If you wish to take the time to rest and discover this information, we may be able to do more then. I can't commit the entirety of my people on a wild goose chase, however. So unless you have another suggestion, I'm afraid at the moment we are stuck.
I could try one thing. I will cast Locate Creature.
Okay.
And I will know if the creature I chose... Nope, wrong spell. Is within 1,000 feet of me.
You send a pulse out in every direction. And there is no response, lack of a better term.
Okay, so I know he's not within 1,000 feet, but that's all I can tell you right now.
Very well. You may get the rest you need, and if you are able to return with more information, me and the matriarchs may be able to ascertain a clearer path. until then, I wish you good evening. And sort of just turns back to his own business, and you get the sense you've been dismissed. Nazaros motions that you guys should that you all should vamos. Actually, just before that happens, I need to double check one quick thing. Sorry, I didn't have a Johnny stat block up. And yeah, he is capable of scrying. I had to be sure. So slightly as just before he dismisses you, Johnny says, "You speak of Baragone." "Yes, Baragone Dustcrawler," says this to you, Hilira.
Correct.
Let's see if he is as... Or rather, let's see if this mysterious feminine figure is as cocky in my presence. And he just, sort of like kneels down in an almost Jedi meditative position and closes his eyes as he uses scrying, which he has access to being an Oath of the Watcher's paladin. And just his eyes glow bright white. About a minute passes. And then he sort of is startled awake. He like shakes his head awake.
Is there any sign that he has like a mark in the same way that Hilira does?
1 second, it just occurred to me that because I didn't actually roll for a Baragone saving throw. And he did just roll a natural 20. I'm so sorry. Like, I can take a picture if you want to see it.
We believe you.
NPC on NPC violence, I think that is. So.
Well, he's got a couple spell slots, so he'll try again.
I don't think you can with scrying.
no.
You can do it every 24 hours.
Oh, sorry, never mind. Oh. That stubborn bastard. He has an iron will, I'll give him that. He pushed me out, I'm sorry. He turns to you, Hilira, and says, "Genuinely, I'm sorry." But stands back up. And, so everything else happens as normal, and you guys are dismissed, and Nazaros beckons you guys to leave, and you all calmly duck out and return to Nazaros' quarters, or is in his lodgings.
Could I walk? Because my locate creature lasts for an hour. Could I just kind of walk around the town a little bit?
You especially could do so quite quickly. Because you...
Great.
Remember, dashing as a bonus action doesn't mean you can't, again, dash as an action. So you can... So you guys watch as basically he does like, "I'm going to take a walk." Boom! Yeah, she just basically... just full on does like a Flash style sweep of the town. No sign, at no point do you get a ping for locate creature on Baragone Dustcrawler.
Dang it. Okay. Well, that's good, but that's bad for us.
As you sort of come back at like a light jog at this point, the sun is like starting to crest over the horizon slightly. Nazara says, "Any luck?"
No.
I may not share your devotion to the divine. My people have a bad history with the gods, but I have seen you create miracles. I trust that your devotion to your divinity will see you through. And, right. Unless I'm gonna be a further of assistance, I am quite tired. If I may, turn in and get a little bit of rest before we are able to, resume this search, I would be most grateful.
Of course you can, Azra's. You're an old man. You need lots and lots of beauty sleep.
And a big old cup of prune
fine.
juice to
We
boot.
totally get it.
He says, leaning into it.
Yeah, you know, with 9 kids, it's
You
tough.
have no idea. You know what the one part they never tell you about having kids is? Needing to yell every time you bend down. And he just sort of like twists his back slightly and you hear like a That is 3 decades of bending down to pick up small screaming cubs. Right, and on that note, I'm going to get some rest. Find me when you are rested. And we'll do everything we can. You guys are, so it's not quite big enough for you all to get your own room, but there's this sort of, rumpus area dug out underneath, and, there's all sorts of cushions and hammocks and, like a big sort of slumber party type area, and, you guys are able to, sort of all, like, pile onto these, lodgings, as in this, menagerie of cushions, and tired from your battle, you all are just out like a light. Cool, so a long rest would take you guys to about, I'll say noon at this point, based on everything that's happened. No, more like 2 p.m. We'll say 2 p.m. just to... I will defer to my players. We could inch out another half an hour of game time, or we could call it there. It would be sort of either or. I am flexible in this respect.
I'm very happy either way. I'll still be traveling as we go, so I'll be muted most of the time, but I'll pop in messages if I need to. But very happy to carry on if people want, of course, whatever people like.
I'm up at 5 tomorrow morning, so I'd appreciate finishing at
Okay.
10 with a long rest.
Everybody else okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Then I'll say that is where we'll end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for tuning in, anybody who might have tuned in. We'll pick up probably after Christmas, although that having said, I'm no longer traveling due to some changes in my ability to travel, so we'll say for the moment we'll pick up after Christmas, so no session next week and then session after that, but stay tuned. Teeny tiny chance that may change depending on what players want as well, but for all intents and purposes, unless you follow us and you hear otherwise, we'll pick up week after next. Thank you all and have a lovely evening. We are DC30.